This is part one of our lesson on graphing square root functions. So I'm going to graph, you'll notice it calls this the parent. I'm going to graph the parent square root function, which is y is equal to the square root of x. And the way I'm going to do that is by plotting points. So if I replace x with -9, I get y is equal to the square root of -9. And one of the things I notice is that the square root of -9 is undefined in real number terms. So we don't have a y value here. And in fact, we're not going to have a y value here or here. But when we get to 0, I notice that we can take the square root of 0. It's 0. The square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 4 is 2. And the square root of 9 is 3. So I'm simply going to take these ordered pairs and put them on my graph. 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, and 9, 3. And I know I can connect the dots, and there is the parent function graph for the square root function. So let's answer some questions about the square root function and its graph. First, it asks us for the domain for y is equal to the square root of x. And what we can see by the example above is that the domain is where x is greater than or equal to 0. Notice we couldn't substitute any negative numbers for x. The other thing I notice is that the range for the square root function is going to be positive numbers. Notice right here, we're not getting any negative numbers out when we substitute x values. So the range is where y is greater than or equal to 0. Our y-intercept is the point 0, 0, and our x-intercept is the same, 0, 0. So that is the parent square root function.